feel I should warn you, the following film is a very dark comedy about child funeral planning. It's what we do here. It's how we make our scratch. So if you don't want to hang out for all the dead kid jokes we could poke a stick at, we won't be offended if you check out early. Well, come in if you're coming in.
Look at all this. It's perfect. He would have loved it.
Richard, you're not seriously suggesting using a funeral parlor located in a strip mall to host our son's service?
It's an anchor store.
You know someone who vouched for this place?
No. The karate dojo where Jason took lessons is a few doors down. Which reminds me, I need to unenroll him. They still charge us even if he misses a class.
They're here. Time to get this show on the rodeo.
What is that contraption?
Woo! Yeah! How you doing, y'all?
He deserves so much better.
How you doing, y'all? I'm Hilliard Rutherford Ferguson, and I'd like to thank you for coming on down to our Ferguson Funeral Home on the range, where it's Cowboy Week all week. You must be my tour clock.
Hi, I'm Rich.
Well, partner, you won't be after this, something tells me. I kid, boss. But as I hear, you all kid less these days. One kid less, ain't it? And I hear his passing was spur of the moment.
We lost our son to a hit-and-run accident.
Whoa! Now, sit down and saddle up, because this is going to be one of them slow, painful, chest-hair-ripping thunderbirds that'll make you I didn't see you there. Speak up next time. Sorry, kids just have a way of creeping up on me. Anywho, guess I best to keep this PG. Oh, and Rich, can I get your permission to call you Dick? Got a lot of forms to fill. That okay corral with you?
I reckon it's fine.
Wonderful. As they say, mi funeral casa es su casa. So please, sit, all y'all. That goes for you especially, Big Dick. Let me just state that no parent should ever have to bury their nearest and dearest. And yet, here we are. So, you have my deepest condolences, Mr. and Mrs. Shepherdson. So thank you for choosing Ferguson for all your funeral home needs and for allowing our family to help yours in these most trying of times. Have you bereaved with us before?
No, I don't believe we have.
We haven't.
You don't bereave, you have.
Our son meant the world to me and the wife. We would like it if...
Just hankering for a hanker, are we now, Miss Shepherds?
Shepherdson.
I get you. There you are. Get it all out.
Mommy, you got a boogie.
Thank you. So, let me walk you through your range of options here at Ferguson. This baby is filled to the brim with the most contemporary and classical of caskets, memorial cards, guest registration books, headstones, floral arrangements, picture collages, candles, poems, if you're into that, and an army of guest speakers on retainer from a bevy of backgrounds that will gladly eulogize your son. Priests, teachers, them Jewish priests they got in them big Yankee cities out east.
Rabbis.
Rabbis? Oh, right. Rabbis. Thank you, Lydia. Oh, we also have that guy that was Laser Leon. You know, the WWTF wrestler from back in its heyday. The 80s. Not these 1880s, but them 1980s. The golden era. And he comes pre-packed with his own WWTF certified announcer free of charge. He's around here somewhere.
Hey!
That man right there's introduction is awe-inspiring. Every time I hear it, the crowd goes hog wild. I'm sorry. It's so harsh on my tender throat. He does it better, I promise. Mind if I take a break from this accent?
You can drop it completely.
Well, I reckon I shan't be doing that. Anyway, Laser Leon, that's who he claims to be anyway. And I'm not to pay him no fee for no federal background check. So I'll take his word that he is who he says he is.
Too much spaghetti in your Western.
Opa! Grazie. but I can get you a discount. 50% off Mr. Leone's services if and you sign up for the family plan. You can retain it by having 2 or more simultaneous showings in the same service. A 2 for tickle your fancy, Chief?
Oh, wow. I wish we qualified, but we don't have any other.
qualified?
It can be extended family, distant great aunt, 4th, or even 5th cousin removed. Wrap them up and mosey them on over. But I'll just put the 1 down for now, okay? I take you actually loved your son, correct? And you want what is absolutely best for...
Jason?
Jason, yes, Jason. You do know your stuff. I did run across Jason once before. Crossed paths with him. Briefly. He was on his way downstairs. He was looking good, considering.
He's already here?
Yeah, we gotta keep this wagon moving before the buzzards find out and start a-circling. So I went ahead and dug right into his involvement.
Richard?
Jason's downstairs. Can I go see him?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Mm-mm.
I'll make him look even better than he ever has before. A grand entrance. This one won't be dead on arrival. I mean, he will be. He most certainly will be. Ah! Laser!
Laser went to lunch.
What? He didn't take lunch orders?
Took mine.
I say this one won't be dead on arrival. Just a little blue humor. Jason looked like the kind of kid that would have enjoyed going blue. Such a cut up, that kid of yours. May I query as to the age of your boy?
7.
Only 7? Won't be needing this then. I'm wondering if this is more our speed. Yeah, this feels right. Look, there are games on the back. We got tic-tac-toe tag. Always a good time. And here's a maze. Can you help Jimmy boy find his way through the purgatory maze and up into heaven?
Daddy, I can't.
There's no exit?
Of course not. Jimmy wasn't baptized.
What the hell is a mechanical bull inheritance competition?
Mechanical Bull Inheritance Competition!
Exactly what it sounds like. What's to explain?
What can you tell me about this?
We have what we coined kick askets. Instead of being lowered into the ground all slow and pathetic like, we have the turbo option, which is a buck wild, twisting roller coaster track that ends in his plot. Now, close your eyes and imagine your son lying in his casket, a sight to behold. Shaking back and forth with every turn, jerking up and down on every hill, and loop-de-loop loving every second of it. Here, check this out. We set up a night vision GoPro inside the casket so you don't miss a single one of his emotions as he rattles away inside. You should see the look on this other kid's face.
Please, no.
Don't. You don't have to do this.
Yeah? Yeah? You want to see, little lady? Betting you do. Sorry, folks. I'd love to, but can't, as there's no footage to show. I was hoping your son would be the first, but alas, no bueno. Too bad. You would have gotten 5 free copies.
5 free copies on VHS tape!
Primo dealio. Oh, I almost forgot. We use the same track, but amp up the propulsion 20-fold at the end and aim it at our indestructible 40-foot thick military-grade barrier. Oh, yeah! And look at this. Look, that cremation was so lit, it set off these adaptive lenses. And these are readers. Explain that. You can't. But go ahead and bask in that instant cremation, will ya? And the kiddos love it, too. We give them each a little My First Urn, and then we have a little competition to see who can collect the most Jason as he rains down upon his loved ones. I'd show you a video demonstration, but figuring out how to get viewable footage in an ash cloud remains to be seen.
I don't think he liked that.
Still no go? Listen, I know Jason passed on, but I know for certain that Jason wouldn't have passed on this next option for his scattering. Spread that ass party poppers. And here's the creme de la cremation. Your son will be meticulously jammed and crammed into 300 of these little individual poppers. So Mom and Pop can pop Jason into his favorite river, garden, or open range over and over and over again. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop.
Hey, knock it off. Those are the Chisholm family's grandma, and you know darn well that I just vacuumed this rug this morning.
So, Dad, what do we think?
We'll do that.
What? What?
We want the roller coaster! Burial?
Don't have to shout.
That should be about all of her.
You did remember to mine her for gold, right?
Yep, only dentures.
Shoot.
That's not a spittoon.
Is by now.
Mr. Cowboy, I just have to ask, how lucrative is this business?
Oh, you want a little peek under the sheet, do you? Get a little taste. Let me put it this way. The child funeral market is like a perfect combination of the great oil fields of California and the town sheriff's virgin daughter, completely untapped. We are making a killing. Speaking of, we do offer our Way of the Dinosaur tar pit burial option, which comes with an all-inclusive catering service of dino-shaped nuggets, which are presented half-sunken in our very own black tar house dressing.
We make it downstairs.
Also, this year we are reintroducing my personal favorite, the Last Snaps photo booth, where guests can pose in silly pics with your boy. In this case, the corpse came unbolted to the wall, but that won't happen with yours, son, as Lazar will reinforce the heck out of him. Hot glue gun, gaff tape, nail gun, you get the gist. So, approximating, how many close friends did Jared have?
Jason.
I only ask so we can get an accurate head count for the amount of paw cubbies we'll need on the day.
Paul Cubbies?
Child pallbearers.
Aww.
I thought of that.
You're gonna want, ballpark 12 for accurate weight distribution. I know it's more children to wrangle than you initially thought you'd need.
0. We intended to use 0 children as pallbearers.
Paul Cubbies.
The pain hits at the most unexpected of times sometimes, don't it, Mrs. Chandler?
Shepherdson.
Wait, if we put the Paul Cubbies to work, what becomes of the roller coaster finisher? Don't they cancel it out?
Are you mixed up, Big Dick? No. We'll need the Paul Cubbies to take the casket from out of the hearse and load it onto the roller coaster track at the cemetery. If anything, they're more like little middlemen. Because we sure as sure ain't building the track from here all the way down to the graveyard. That's pushing 3 miles or beyonder out further out in our ways. And you know that. You know what I'm saying, Dickaroo? Dick, are you following me now? Can you see the big picture now? I'm asking you if you can see it now, Big Dick. The Big Dick picture hanging and dangling right there in front of your face, Ricky Dick.
Yeah, we're in.
Yeah, boy, Dickie boy, oh boy, yeah! We also have our one-of-a-kind stagecoach procession where we get a caravan of horse-drawn wagons to transport your whole family over to the graveside. On the way, we may even fjord a river or two. And the hearse wagon leading the pack is pulled by, I'll let you guess.
I don't know. What?
An oxen.
No way! What?
We obtained a living oxen. Don't know how. Don't even remember ordering it. But Peter actually gave it to us. Dropped it off. No questions asked. Explain that.
You can't.
Is that what was on the highway about a year ago?
Yes, and ma'am. The safest road to travel is the one most populated. Safety in numbers.
I can remember being caught behind that atrocity all morning. You were going 6 miles an hour. And the thing about funeral processions, I don't know if you're aware of this, Richard, but the thing is...
You can't pass them!
You can't pass them!
It's illegal in every state!
You blocked off an entire 4-lane highway with a wagon fort, a complete standstill, grinding halt, all because, and I quote, because I could hear you shouting it half a mile back, "Get your guns! Engines are on the horizon!" Because of you, I was 4 hours late for work, almost lost my job, and I had to get 2 replacement tires due to multiple arrow punctures. All because of your horse-drawn bullshit!
Inside voices.
Now, ma'am, I do not know what old West-themed funeral parlors you've been hanging out at where that kind of language is tolerated, but here at Ferguson, we have standards.
What?
Now, this next part is what most families have the hardest time with. It can make or break the whole affair, so take a moment to confer on it. Would you prefer this event to be open or closed?
Oh, wow. I don't know. From what I saw earlier, I'd go, that's a toughie. Could you manage opened?
We can manage whichever you choose, but I have to ask, how strong a stomach does your family have? Some of it might be hard to keep down.
What do you think, Mother?
I'm leaning towards a closed casket.
Yes, well, duh. No amount of makeup could ever cover up the massive head wound.
Then
that
what are you
kid's-
talking about?
My recommendation is as follows. Closed casket, open box. By the time you're done saying your final goodbyes, you're saying hello to your first of many. We manufacture it so that both the bar and the casket's wood are the same finish and varnish for that smooth, sensual glide. Some spirits go up and out, while others go down and in. Get you a cold one, then hang out with the cold one, and then condolences. And she drinks free.
I've had my fill.
Please, Richard Truman, holster that derriere for one last second.
Wrap this up.
Yes, ma'am. Finally, the last thing. Caskets. Was your son more into race cars or spaceships?
He was just learning how to skateboard, which is how it happened.
Skateboards, 4 wheels. Race cars, 4 wheels. I'll put you down for a race car then. Palindrome, by the way.
It is a palindrome.
Your son will be zooming all around the afterlife. Even God will want to ride shotgun when he sees your boy's brand new ride.
That car is pimpin'. Boot stuck again?
That it is, Lazar.
Then I'm going to tear it out the same way I tore Admiral Annihilation's shoulder out of its socket at last year's summer smack. Now take a good hard look at this boot, Admiral, because I'm going to bring this all the way to Cleveland, where my legion of 50,000 fans will be waiting vigorously for me to shove it directly up your ass. Up your ass, huh?
He sold out Cleveland? Oh, my boot.
You know he's going around the block to the Cash and Go, right?
That was Laser Leo.
He's great at bringing them in. Cash cow for certain, that one.
Maybe I could still get his autograph. Come with Daddy, little one. You have to meet one of the coolest guys who ever set foot in the ring. Mr. Leone! Mr. Leone!
And now, here's your undisputed champion, Laser
I take it you're interested in that there family plan, then?
Ah!